Hi, and welcome to another video by the Toughbook Guru. Today we are going to be taking a really in-depth look at the Toughbook 19. It is a fully rugged convertible tablet offering by Panasonic. And in this video we will take a close look at all of the ports and discuss some of its features to help you decide if this is the right Panasonic Toughbook for you. So here's the Toughbook 19. It's a smaller convertible tablet. Sometimes images online don't truly demonstrate that it is smaller. It has a 10.1 inch display. So keep that in mind when comparing that to, say, the Toughbook 31, which is a much bigger device that has a 13.1 inch display and weighs quite a bit more. This unit is smaller and meant to be more portable. So right off the bat, its biggest feature is that it actually is a true convertible tablet. The screen is going to swivel, flip on itself, and now you're using either your finger or a stylus pen to navigate and use a laptop in that way. When needed, of course, it comes straight back fairly easily to its traditional clamshell configuration. And now you have access to a keyboard and you use it as a regular laptop. All right, so let's dig in and look at all of the ports first before we discuss some of the other features. We're going to really zoom in here and just really start here and go around. So opening up this particular port, we're going to see that this is where the express card slot and the PC card slot reside. There's also a wireless on-off switch. That's a big question we get often with the Toughbook 19 is when you receive a unit that might ship from Panasonic or even from us, the wireless switch may actually come from the factory in an off position. So oftentimes people get confused. Why is my wireless not working? There it is. There's the switch to turn the wireless on and off. You also have an SD card slot in that same port. So the Toughbook 19 being fully rugged, it is a military grade laptop with regards to durability. These doors are sealed, they are gasketed. Moving down, we're going to notice the next port door is an Ethernet port, standard Ethernet connecting hardwiring into your internet. Taking a look at the next port, it actually has an old school 56K modem, believe it or not. Not many laptops these days are still offering that port, but the 19 does still offer a 56K modem port. Next, we actually have a Firewire port. That is also an interface that is really becoming harder to find. It may be losing versus USB 3.0, but we're not quite sure what the life of a Firewire port is going to be going forward. Here you see the first USB port on a Toughbook 19. This one is actually a 2.0. You can tell because the 3.0 would have blue coloring on it. You also notice if you look real closely here, there is a screw thread. A lot of people who are connecting to a 19 via the USB, we all know that connection is a little precarious. Panasonic actually offers a USB secure connection that will have a screw thread that will connect there, and it'll be a dongle, and it'll really kind of secure a USB connection a little bit better. Finally, on this left side of the unit, we have the AC DC power in. Flipping it over to the right side is where we're going to find the hard drive. The hard drive on the 19, like most Toughbooks, is removable. This is the shock-mounted hard drive, removable caddy. Panasonic's sort of secret sauce to durability. We've got a flexible connector there. Inside this particular caddy, like most Toughbooks, is typically just a standard spinning SATA hard drive. But this caddy is really the secret sauce of durability. You could, of course, replace that hard drive with really anything you wanted. Panasonic offers solid-state hard drives. Third-party hard drives can work as well. But this is, of course, grab your hard drive, secure your data, and then of course it's very durable as well. All right, so moving on this particular side of the laptop, the only other port door on this side is the battery. The battery is actually not going to come in it typically when you buy a unit. That depends on what your reseller might be doing to it. If we're configuring it anyway, it might actually have the battery in it. All right, so moving on to the back, you can see the 19 has a nice handle or a strap to grab it with. There's going to be a wide variety of other accessories for the 19 that you could buy to sort of better ergonomically hold the units. So starting on this side, we're going to take a close look, and there we have a 9-pin serial adapter. That is an interface that is still widely used but hard to find. So the 19, that is a standard feature. Everything we're talking about right now on the unit is a standard feature, and then we'll kind of point out what might not be standard or optional. Next port is going to be your typical VGA out to a external display. You have your second USB port right here, and then finally your microphone and headphone jacks are here. Now just below those two jacks, if you see that slot right there, that is actually for a SIM card. That is if you got an optional internal 3G or 4G modem on a Toughbook 19, that is where the SIM card would be inserted. All right, so moving on, and actually speaking of an internal modem, sometimes you'll see 19s with these wings, as we call them, and sometimes you won't. These wings are actually typically indicate there is a 3G or 4G modem in the unit. They are required by the FCC to put distance between your hand and the actual antenna. This is actually where the antennas for that internal modem are routed. It's expanding the distance between the antenna and the motherboard, which is really increasing your signal strength and giving you a better overall data signal from whatever your carrier might be. All right, so moving on, obviously power is up front here. And then we simply have some indicator lights and some hot buttons here. Volume and whatnot is your wireless on and off. There's a conceal mode choice. You can pop up an on-screen keyboard there as well. All right, so that's sort of the Toughbook 19 at a glance physically. The question might be, why would you want to purchase a Toughbook 19? Who uses it and for what reasons? The Toughbook 19 is probably the most popular Toughbook in terms of numbers sold, if I had to guess. It is certainly huge in the military, also dominates fire, EMS. Those two organizations are heavy users of the Toughbook 19, but so are all sorts of field technicians. You've got guys as home inspectors, anyone out there who needs a fully rugged device. This unit is absolutely 100% as durable as a Toughbook 31 and some of the other fully rugged Toughbook offerings, but it is smaller and lighter weight and more portable. Some people believe that the swivel screen feature is a point of failure. They've often asked, does that still make it fully rugged? You're not going to have a problem with that. No one does, no one ever has. It's just not something you need to be concerned about in terms of deciding whether the 19 is the right unit for you. You may have noticed that the 19 actually does not have a DVD drive. There is no room for it. It's too small. In fact, DVD drives arguably are going away over the next 5 years or so. But the only access you would have to an optical drive would have to be via a USB port. So this is just a quick rundown of the Toughbook 19. All the ports, choose this unit if size and weight are a priority for you. You need to maintain that extremely bright screen. You need to maintain that fully rugged, no fan design, using it in the field, really giving it a beating. This is the unit for you if you want a smaller, lighter weight version. It's also going to be the unit for you if you want to use it as a tablet and ultimately capture signatures or sketch or draw on the screen. This unit comes in both a standard touchscreen version and what's called a dual touchscreen version. We'll have another video that really digs in and shows the differences between the possible touchscreen options. But this unit, again, as a convertible tablet, you're going to want to go with that if you ever want to capture a signature or draw on the screen. So, Toughbook Guru video, fully rugged CF-19. Let us know, comment on the video, let us know if you want us to show you anything else.